Two of the instructors had participated in the public safety leadership ethics training and are certified instructors. This training included videotaped, approximately 6 minutes long, which communicated clear set of values and ethical standards for conduct by all employees. The same oath administered at the Academy for all peace officers in the Department of Corrections was read to participants and was an integral part of the ethic message. Parts of the ethics training included a PowerPoint presentation. There were a number of slides developed for this presentation that articulated a core set of values essential for our profession. These values statement slides have been formatted into posters and have been distributed and posted throughout the administration building. Within the next few weeks, additional sets of the posters will be printed up and posted throughout the prison. This is part of the overall strategy to saturate the institution with a clear and unambiguous message about values and ethical standards. The area of staff investigations is one of the most complex and sensitive issues confronting Salinas Valley in its mission to shed the green wall stigma, regain the public's confidence, and instill pride and ethical behavior among all staff. To properly outline the staff investigative role in the plan of attack requires a breakdown of a number of steps and considerations. The Investigative Services Unit has been the topic of a great deal of media attention surrounding the Green Wall incidents. No one who had any complicity in the Green Wall misconduct is assigned to the Investigative Services Unit. A complete overhaul of the tracking process for staff investigations has been completed. A number of serious deficiencies were noted after I assumed the acting warden position. Specifically, the investigative log was audited and found to have numerous CAT 2 investigations overdue. Most disturbing was that the subjects of some of these investigations were close personal friends of the warden. Contact was made with the Office of Internal Affairs and the cooperation of Martin Hoshino. A team has been assigned to complete these investigations, some which may be criminal. To ensure that staff investigations received a high level of support that they require in order to convey a message to all staff that misconduct will not be tolerated, I have ensured that I am personally involved in supporting the investigative efforts. This includes actively supporting OIA, OIG, ISU, Monterey County Sheriff's Department, and Monterey County District Attorney's Office. The level of personal involvement gets back to the line staff very quickly with the message that this management team is no joke. Also in the corrective action plan, I read what I corroborated earlier. On November 26, 1998, approximately 28 Hispanic inmates attacked staff on Facility D. 18 correctional staff members were injured, 14 of whom were treated at Salinas Valley Memorial Hospital in Salinas. This incident, SVP FDY 98-11-0644, became popularly known as the Thanksgiving Day Riot. The staff who were involved in this riot and other staff who had been involved in other such disturbances began to wear enamel turkey pins on their uniforms. These turkey pins symbolized the staff's solidarity with each other and were worn as if it were a campaign medal from the military, awarded for participation in a combat action. According to some accounts, this riot had the effect of galvanizing staff solidarity and staff's belief that they were engaged in essentially combat operations and hence may be the origin of the Green Wall. Sometime during the period of November 26, 1998 to 2001, a number of acts and incidents were attributed to staff associated with the Green Wall. The acts included placing graffiti in staff spaces and offices, developing hand signals to show their association with the Green Wall, having their bodies tattooed with the numbers 723, placing license plates frames on their vehicles with the numbers 723 on them, and requesting home telephone numbers and cell phone numbers with the last four digits 0723. In addition, there were allegations of intimidation of inmates and staff by members of the Green Wall, as well as acts of violence. The most notable incident of violence attributed to the Green Wall involved 4 members of the Investigative Services Unit who, while conducting a cell search, used unnecessary and excessive force on an inmate. It was also indicated in the report that there was evidence of various staff stonewalling investigators by either arranging their stories ahead of time or hedging their answers. One theme that became clear from reading these investigations and talking with staff was that line officers, sergeants, and lieutenants, with direct or tacit support of some managers, viewed the inmate population as less than human and deserving of any retributive act that staff may impose on them given any opportunity to do so. On May 7, 2004, I received an email from Richard Steffen, who was Senator Speer's aide. Senator Speer asked the director to review your case. SB 1342 and SB 1431, the two Speer bills, protect CDC whistleblowers, are in the Appropriations Committee. SB 1431 requires CDC to specifically set up a protection program against whistleblowers. We drafted this bill based on your case. Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger later signed the bills in January of 2005. I received a phone call from Lanny on Valentine's Day. My deposition was scheduled for February 23, 2005 at the Monterey Peninsula Court Reporters in Monterey, California. It was scheduled to take place over a course of 3 days. Not only was I surprised when Lanny informed me that the Deputy Attorney General and the Department of Corrections wanted to videotape my deposition, but the Deputy Attorney General also contacted the judge and demanded that I not wear my weapon during the deposition. The judge granted her motion. The first day of my deposition was horrible. For reasons still unknown, the Deputy Attorney General went off on a crazed tangent and accused me of sexually molesting my son. Her ludicrous allegations enraged me. In her extremely repulsive attempt to push my buttons, I almost lost it, slamming my fist onto the wooden table so hard I shattered the glass of water that was next to me. Lanny jumped from his chair. He was furious, telling her she was out of line and wanted it stricken from the transcript. Lanny and I took a short break, giving me time to gather myself and cool off. Outside, Lanny calmed me down. You have to keep your composure. They are trying to see if they can push your buttons. They are going to dig up the worst shit on you and keep nailing you to try to show you lose control when under pressure. I was prepared for that. I was not prepared to be accused of sick, unthinkable acts. The next 2 days were a lot easier on me. We started from the very beginning, rehashing every incident, every event, and every detail. They tried to trick me on questions about the green wall, but my story stayed the same. It's easier to remember the truth. On my way back to Marianne and the cabins, I received a phone call from Lanny. He received a notice to appear in the Monterey County Civil Court on the following Monday and needed my presence there. Judge Fields wanted both sides to appear in front of him. Mary Kane Simon, the Deputy Attorney General representing the California Department of Corrections, was standing by the courtroom door when I arrived. She couldn't even look at me in the eyes. The bailiff stepped out and asked us to enter the courtroom. Judge Fields wanted to know how the case was coming along. He also stated that he wanted to schedule a trial date within the next few months before the end of the year. As I was leaving the courtroom, the bailiff handed me a note. Officer Vodka, I have a great deal of respect for you. What you have done, I take my hat off to you. I know what great danger you must be in. When I showed Lanny, he advised me not to lose it. Shortly after our meeting, Lanny informed Mary Kane Simon that he was ready to start our depositions.